I'm Christophe Guberan. I'm a product designer from Switzerland. I'm glad to be here today to present you my work, which involves product and experiment. I'm graduate from ECAL, the University of Art and Design in Lausanne. Actually, I have my own design studio office with Carlo Clopat in the Swiss mountain. Okay. Our office is organized the same way that we work. On the left side, we work on experiment, and on the right side, we work with company and we make product. During my study, I had the chance to work with Alessi. I made this set of desktop container. And the idea is they slide with a sample just right to show or hide the content. As a good Swiss citizen, I also work for a chocolate company where I try to define the meaning of the shape with a link with the taste. Recently, I made this stroller with Carlo Clopat for a Swiss chef again. And the idea is you can pass around the table pretty easily. And when the waiter arrives in front of the table, he can show 24 different cheese to the client by unfold the stroller. We designed the mechanism and the whole process. Actually, for me, it's really important that we have another space in the office where we can think how we can rethink the process of making an object, where we can rethink the way how we use a material. I was fascinated how the paper is sensitive to the water and can fold itself when it's in contact with the water. For example, poster on the side. I start manually with a lot of different tools and a lot of different paper. I discovered that if I want to have a really nice fold, I need to put the precise amount of water in the precise place. That's when I start to work with my desktop printer. I just use a really simple software where I draw some line. And there, these are the refill cartridges where I put some water on. And if you want to have a nice fold, you need to have mountain and valley. Means I have to print on two sides. When the water is on the paper, the fiber after 10 or 20 seconds going to start to dry by itself, and the paper start to fold itself. After that, I had the chance to exhibit this project with my school at Milano in the Design Salon Satellite. And a professor from MIT saw my project on internet and proposed me if I want to come to Boston. And I say yes. And when I arrived, I was like really impressed about all machine, all people around. That's when I made Skylar Tibet from the self-assembly lab. And we decided to work and collaborate together on active material. Another material work a little bit the same of the paper, it's the wood. How we could control the direction the wood fold. And by reprint the grain of the wood, we can imagine that we can control the fold of a sheet of wood. This project, actually, it's made in collaboration with the Skylar Tibets on the self-assembly lab and Akim Mangais. Now we have to put the sheet of wood on the water, and when the water dry, you can control the way that the wood fold. I received an invitation from the Design Museum in London to rethink the process of making a shoes. I spent quite a lot of time with the 3D printer, and I realized that it's kind of slow process. So I thought perhaps I don't have to make the whole object with a 3D printer, but I can start to put some material on the bed as a textile and 3D print on. I just stretch the textile on the bed, and after that, I have some design. As you can see, the material go inside the mesh, and you can play with the thickness, with the width of the material. And after that, when the print is done, you just have to retract the textile, and the form came. For me, it's a really interesting time where I can experiment with scalar T-bits and start to find the design, also the quality of the material. And actually, you can imagine that you print some different material on rubber, and you can leave some part flexible. This research, actually, it's just the upper. And we can imagine mix different textile, different material. Yeah, that's the draw. We also experiment to print the sole directly on the shoes. And recently, we work on an active textile with scalar T-bits, and the idea is to rethink the system of the size. And you can imagine to have like a shoes that's gonna start to fold around your feet by eating. That's what we are actually working on. Merci.